school board members. My name is John Provenzano. I just turned 10 years old.
Talk a little closer to that so they can.
I just turned 10 years old, and I am a fourth grader at Felix A. Williams. I expected school to be a little bit different in the beginning, but I didn't think it would stay this way all year long, and I was surprised by the rules. A lot of them didn't make any sense to me, like the fact that we were not allowed to play on the playground or have student council, or turn to face each other at lunch, and we also have to wear masks outside at PE and on track. I love my school and all, but my teachers seem really stressed, and that makes me feel bad. One teacher walks around with a clipboard full of referrals for any student whose mask isn't on properly. It makes me feel scared. That same teacher yells at us having our masks down to drink water while we are outside in car line. She told us we had to wait until we were in our parents' car to have a drink of water. She had her mask down the entire time while she was yelling at us, which makes me and all my friends very mad. This happens a lot. And it seems unfair teachers take their masks off while they yell at us kids and that we need to pull ours up. I asked my mom if there is a word for this, and she said there is. Hypocrisy. Wearing a mask all day makes me feel really tired and gives me really bad headaches. Sometimes I'm in school and I need to lay low in the dark until they're gone. My mask also sticks to my face when it's really hot, and it makes it hard to breathe. I feel like I can't catch my breath, and that makes me feel claustrophobic and anxious. It's really stressful. I finished taking all of my FSAs, and I had a hard time focusing with a mask on. A few weeks ago, I ran into my teacher outside of school. She didn't even recognize me because she's never seen my face before. But I knew it was her because she sits at her desk a lot without a mask on. I know my teacher has asthma and everything, but I understand why it's hard for her to wear a mask, and I think she should have that choice. But I should too. I have allergies, and I feel really anxious with my face covered. But I'm not allowed a mask break like her. It seems unfair. All this seems unfair, and it doesn't make sense. I miss seeing people's face. I miss the way things used to be. I'm scared they'll never go back to normal. Breathing freely doesn't seem like something we should have to ask any other people for permission for. Please make masks optional today. It would be so awesome to end the school year on a really happy note like that. Thank you for your time.
Thank you, John. You did a good job.
School board members, Superintendent Millay. I guess I'll start. Mike Provenzano here, spoke at the last 3 meetings here. I guess I'll start just as a follow-up to the results from the last emergency meeting, which you guys finally had. While I'm disappointed with the results of the vote, 4-1, I guess I'm not surprised based on the comments you guys have made, how you guys have not managed the situation appropriately and proactively. At least we did have one person who was in charge, in favor of personal choice and parent choice. So I thank Mr. DiCelizzi for his vote in that regard. I think there's, there's a way to do this and there was a way not to do it. You guys are not leading by example. We didn't hear vigorous debate last week before a decision was made. Frankly, it was underwhelming and inadequate discussion around such an important topic. You had, 40, 50 parents come up here with reduced time, by the way, and speak out against having masks, wanting to make it mask optional. There were, I think, 2 parties that were in favor of it, one of which was a staff member. The people who came out and voiced an opinion overwhelmingly were asking for mask optional. I still don't understand how mask optional doesn't work for everybody. People have had the choice to get vaccines. If they don't have a vaccine and they want to wear a mask, let them wear a mask. If they think that masks work, right? So that they must be protected. Those that don't want a mask, they can make that choice. Everybody can make their own choice. Everybody wins. I don't understand how that's not an easy decision. The CDC has come out since that last meeting and basically said, if you're vaccinated, you don't need to wear a mask. So Are you keeping your policy the same? I ask you to go mask optional, effective immediately. You can make that decision tonight. The CDC has said you don't need to wear a mask if you've been vaccinated. So staff members, students who have been vaccinated, are they allowed to come to school without a mask? Or are you now going to go against CDC guidance and you'd like to cherry pick when you'd like to reference the CDC? You haven't provided a scintilla of evidence of the science that you're relying upon to keep my kid masked up for 35 hours a week. You heard lots of evidence provided by parents who have done some research asking for mask optional. You haven't done your due diligence. I think you need a degree in CS, and I'm not talking computer science, I'm talking common sense. This isn't that hard. I've made a request to get the current teacher's contract as well. Has there been anything contractually or otherwise committed that would prevent you from making that decision tonight?
Thank you.
Finally,
Thank you so
as
much.
a programming note, the best thing I think that came from
Thank you.
from last week's meeting was my son John's speech, which went viral. The eyes of America tonight will be the spotlight will be shined on Martin County. So you can watch Tucker Carlson tonight at 8:15. You can watch Newsmax at 10:15, and you can watch Fox and Friends tomorrow at 6:40 before you go to school. Please make the right decision. It's never too late.
You need to step out of the room. Let's go.
Thank you for your time.